Radha, Heart of Keld, makes a very good commander in Brawl. So, let's look at it. Is it a man or a woman? Well, it's an elf, so who knows? Elves. So, as long as it's your turn, Radha, Heart of Keld, has first strike. You may look at the top card of your library anytime, and you may play lands from the top of your library. This is good. Ideally, you can play more than one land every turn. So, what can you use for that? There are two creatures. So, where are they? They're converted mana cost 3, so there's Dryad of the Ilysian Grove. You may play an additional land on each of your turns, so when you look at the top of your library, you can cast more spells. There's also Azusa, Lost but Seeking. You may play 2 additional lands on each of your turns. So this combo with Azusa or Dryad of the Ilysian Grove and Radha, Heart of Keld, is really good. And there are ways to shuffle your library when there's not a land on top, such as with Evolving Wild, Fabled Passage. I think there are spells. With Valakut Exploration, when a land enters the battlefield, you exile the top cards and you may cast them. This is another way to use your lands, but also to change what's on the top of your library. And hope for a land if you're looking for lands. Okay, so so that's one way to ramp. What are the other ways? And Radha's other ability, apart from looking at lands on the top of your deck, is to get +X when you pay 6, which is one of the reasons you want to ramp. And you get +X according to the number of lands you control. So, with Ashaya, Soul of the Wild, all creatures you control become lands. So this makes Radha, Heart of Keld even stronger. And of course, if you have Skewed Swarm, can create tons of lands with Ashaya, Soul of the Wild. This can get crazy. And it just makes sense to use things with landfall, such as this one. Whenever lands enters the battlefield, you put a +1/+1 counter. Akumel Hound can be really strong, gets +2/+2, and you can mutate on it if you're lucky. With this, I think it makes for a 7/8 attacker. Anyways, it can be really big. Canopy Baloth is one of the other creatures that has +2/+2s. It doesn't have Trample naturally. This one can be a really strong attacker too. And one of the cards I added recently from the Strixhaven rotation is Master Symmetrist. So whenever creature you control with power equal to its toughness attacks, it gains Trample until the end of the turn. This is good for Ashaya, Soul of the Wild. This is good for Radha. In fact, there are tons of ways to give Trample to Radha, Heart of Keld. So Master Symmetrist is one of them, but there's also Shadow Spear, Team Pennant, which is another Strixhaven card. What else? Citizen Training is an enchantment that gives Trample and +1/+0. Skyclave Geopede is another creature that has Trample and gets +2/+2 whenever a land enters the battlefield. So it's basically a boosted Akumel Hound in every possible way. What else do we have? We have Cultivate to ramp. This is another ramping mechanic. Questing Beast can have Trample with Master Symmetry. Then you can give Embercleave to Radha, Heart of Keld. Gives Trample, Double Strike, crazy shit. Another way to ramp is Beanstalk Giant. And it's also pretty strong. Again, obtains Trample with the Master Symmetrist. Since there are tons of, I mean, Great Henge is just a natural artifact to have. There are not many +1s in this deck. I mean, +X is not a +1 counter. So, but anyway, it's just great to have. Waking the Troll is a great, it's one way to ramp, and you usually have more lands than your opponent due to your ramping. So, it makes sense to have Waking the Trolls. What else is there to say about this deck? There are tons of ways to have X-Proof because Radha is kinda weak when it doesn't have its boosted ability. So Mirror Shield is a good equipment to have. What else is good? Anything that gives Hexproof of that protects. So Snakeskin Veil, Ranger's Guard, Heroic Intervention. This is all good. Then there's a targeted removal, which I find is very useful for this deck. Scorching Dragonfire, Thundering Rebuke, Demon Bolt, Soulseer, Frostbite. So you need Snowlands, of course, to maximize Frostbite and have a chance to deal 3 damage. Then there's Garruk, which can give Trample to your Radha Heart of Keld, or to other creatures like Echo Hound, or to Ashaya the Wild. Then there's a Stonecoil Serpent that has Trample and Reach, one of the only ways you have to protect against flying. And needless to say, there are not many ways to gain life in this deck. But the idea is to be on the offensive, not on the defensive. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are the mechanics of the deck. So, there's Ram through. I mean, if you have Trample, this is great because excess damage is dealt to the creature's controller. And green is always good at removing artifacts and enchantments. So I added some of those spells like Broken Wings. Can deal with flying too, but mostly artifacts and enchantments because everybody uses artifacts and enchantments in Brawl. I mean, just for the mana ramp, for example. So it's usually good to have artifact and enchantment removal, especially enchantments. But yeah, so just makes sense to put them. If we look at 13 creatures, 10 instant spells, 2 sorceries, 6 artifacts, 4 enchantments, 1 planeswalker, and 25 lands. You want lands. You want lands because you're always ramping with lands, and it boosts your creatures. It's just good to have them, and you never have enough lands. I mean, you can play many lands, so not a problem. A lot of lands in your deck. So let's try it! Okay, what is this? This is a Strixhaven creature. Spirits you control get +1/+1 and have Trample and Haste. So we'll need targeted removal for this to remove creatures to remove spirit creatures that can be really deadly quickly. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, exile it. If you do, create a token that's a copy of that creature except it's a spirit. Okay, so we need to remove creatures before this one enters the battlefield. When this creature leaves the battlefield, return the exiled card to your graveyard. Wow. Okay. I like what we have. Oh, I really like what we have. Uh-huh. Yep. Because this one would have ruined our deck. I mean, it ruins landfall. So we have 3. Then we're gonna play this. Gonna play an additional land. The Frostbite. Yep. And okay. Not happy about this, but okay. Lots of foretell. We don't have any lands. I don't like this. There's no point putting this. I want to keep Snakeskin Veil. So I'm not equipping it yet, just in case. Because if I equip it and he has an instant sorcery, which he seems to have. Yep. Instant spell? Oh. Where are the lands? It will not come back. All right. But we're really wanting lands. I mean, there are 25 lands in the deck. Oh. Okay, let's think. Does that even for Skewed Swarm? This is crazy. So yeah, I'm thinking of this one. Whenever permanent. So this is even true for Embercleave? This is really ruining my deck. Let's go for the long term. Let's wait. Do we want Embercleave? I think we do. Can we? So we have 3 creatures attacking. Yep. So which one is it? So this is for the +1 counter. Can we afford it? We will have 3 creatures attacking. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, we can. Okay. Oh, it's not enough. So this is reducing that. Do we have enough? Nope, it's not enough. Ah, I miscalculated. You probably won't block Territorial Skycat. Really? So, I think I want to cast it anyways. Well, he was afraid, but I wouldn't have been able to equip it. But Fright is something powerful, my friends. It is powerful. I mean, we would have won the next turn anyways. With Hexproof and Trample. And Double Strike. Yep. So it would have been a 5 attack, so 10 damage with Trample. It was nothing. I hate Tergrid. I hate her. Because of sacrifice. This is not a good start. It's mono black, so Stonecoil Serpent isn't very useful with its protection from multicolored. Okay, we'll take it, and we have her. So, There's one other way to shuffle your deck. This is a really great start. I just don't know which one I want to keep. So, how much HP? 5. Okay. Hello. Just to tell you I'm there because it was long. Next we can foretell this. Demon Bolt. This is a Kaldheim card, I think. This is really good against Tergrid. It's a Questing Beast is good, but it's not the main part of our deck. Yeah. I would have discarded Demon Bolt. Demon Bolt. Okay. Yep, good choice. Yep, nothing to remove in our hand. Only in foretell. Really? So, do I want to boost it? Because I don't want him to have this. You put them in your graveyard, so it's not discarded, which is okay. They are put in the graveyard. I don't care if he gets that on lands. I don't have lands. I don't think he can both kill this and make us discard at this point. It's not that nice. So I don't want to sacrifice my cat. I mean, there are so many lands in the deck, and we're not drawing them. What are the chances? We haven't drawn a land for like 3 turns.
New job, new life, new opportunities.
Yep, and she can make a sack a creature. So how do we go about this? Ideally, we draw land, then we have more options.
Let's go digging.
Finally. Don't try to get this, otherwise he would have a... I mean, all they have to do is have a sack Radha, and I don't know if they'll do that. If they don't do that, we stand a chance. We stand a chance. What did you just put? Epic downfall. Okay.
Miss the library.
Huh. They were hoping for something big. Were they? there a way to do this? 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can boost it once. We have first strike, we don't have trample, there's no point. Oh. Well, there's no way we can do this.
I will give you a second chance.
Again? Our mana cost is okay. Let's go for it. Hello, Tergrid. Where's the wolf? Ranger's Gal or Garuk, probably Garuk. Yep. I'd rather have the side cat die than Radha or Skyclave Jopede. And if it doesn't die, well, it'll ramp up. Especially if Ashaya Soul of the Wild enters the battlefield. Yep, especially. So Soul Seer will be good against Tergrid if they play her on the creature side. So they didn't do anything. We need red, more red. It doesn't have any instant spell. So next turn we can play Ashaya. So unless he drew an instant spell, he doesn't have one. And if we cast Ranger's Guild, we're sure that we're okay. Huh. We might actually want to kill this. An enchanted creature has base power 0. But he has base power 2, and it doesn't... I don't mind, actually. I really don't mind. I'd rather keep this for something else. I'll keep. I'm keeping this. I'm not attacking with Radha because it's a mana source. And I want to be able to cast Ranger's Guild. Ashaya has summoning sickness, so I can't use it to for mana. So I'm glad we won against Tergrid because we took a tough beating the other game. This is a mutate deck, I think. So, yep, you may cast Brokkos Apex Forever from your graveyard using its mutate ability. I despise this art. It's really ugly. It's someone on Psychotics who drew this. Daniel Warren Johnson, to be specific. Well, I like this. We have X-Proof to protect Radha. We have removal. I'm keeping Evolving Wild for landfall abilities. Unless I don't draw another land. Yeah, I didn't. Let me think. Can't wait. This can remove X-Proof, but we can remove this. It can remove X-Proof, but not if you have a shield equipped. Yep. Next turn with Evolving Wild, it will be crazy. Crazy. It was pretty cheap to cast. For converted mana cost 2. Well. So now we'll be protected against Heartless Act. Oh, look at that. And we have Trample. Okay, so he's casting this for removal. I'm sorry. It won't happen. Yep. Come on, I was about to get Trample. Well, that was a crazy game. I think it really showed you what the deck can do. So, yep. No point putting another one, actually, but it's fun. It's a really fun deck. Very aggressive. This is bad. This is okay. I'm keeping this. We're against. Wait. We're against Tergrid. So we don't have any. It's not that good. I mean, this deals with nothing. This is better. This allows us to ramp to this. Frostbite won't be useful. It could be used to kill our own creatures, but can it? Yet. But yeah. Let's hope for a land, so that we can keep Fabled Passage. Yep, thank you. So next turn we can cast the Great Henge unless they remove our Skyclave. Yep. Well, it makes sense. It's always fun seeing what's coming up. Sorry, not sorry. So once we cast this, it's gonna be really great because it helps with our mana, to set our mana. And even if Radha dies, well, we can recast it. So never forget to gain life from this. Even if you're not using it for mana at the end of the enemy's turn. Yep. It's okay. And we'll draw a card when he enters the battlefield. Wait. Then we can cast Cultivate. think that's what we want to do. We just keep ramping. So, even if he kills it, we can cast it again, not a problem. So imagine if we draw Waking of the Trolls at the moment. Just imagine it. So they're looking for removal, are they? Huh. Probably have this card in their hand? Do they? Do they, Gandalf? So we draw a card.
You're in the wrong out of our way.
So whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent or discards a permanent card, you may put that card from your graveyard onto the battlefield. How many cards in the graveyard? 4.
Ruining your day is going to feel great.
So they get a land.
I have no interest in fighting fair.
Yay. Okay. Well, we have Trample, so and we have many ways to have Trample. So that's a deck. I hope you liked it. I'm gonna show it to you one last time. Yep, thank you, thank you, thank you. So yep, as you can see, Skyclave Geopede is is a good way to ramp up to get the Great Henge. It's a really good way. Those spells are cheap and can really turn the game around. I mean, they use all of their mana to try to remove something. You only keep 1 mana to protect it. Some of the... You didn't get to see this, but you get the point. It gives Trample, which is good. I mean, Mirror Shield, you didn't see... did we use it? Yeah, we used it. Yeah, first game, I think. So it was useful. Everything in there is useful and has potential to combo with something else. There's only Questing Beast, which is questionable, but it's just a good creature. But you could probably change it to something else. But it has haste. It's a 4/4. It destroys anything that blocks it. So it can be a good finisher. I mean, to support your attack that other creatures are doing. So it's just a good card to have. You could probably replace it with the giant, Bone Crusher Giant. It's a good value card as well. It's removal. When it's targeted, I mean, you could use Tectonic Giant too. It's a good card as well. Well, what else? Yep. Crystalline Giant is also a good all-around card. It doesn't I mean, it can get First Strike, Death Touch, Hexproof, Life Link, Trample, Reach. Usually people want to remove it because if it stays too long on the battlefield, it's a real problem. But yep, any cards in Strixhaven that we didn't use. So I mean, there are so many good cards. You could try to put in. Oh no, it has white too. You can't use it. Uh, yeah, well, it's a pretty optimal deck as it is, in my opinion. This could be a good card to replace Questing Beast. For Surprise Trample. There's also a card that doubles your power. It's an instant spell, I think. If you look up power, yeah, exponential growth. It's hard to pull up though. It's a sorcery. Crackle with power is realistic, but I don't think you need it. If we remove Strixhaven, Fling could be useful. This is a goat and this is not a goat. So Unleash Fury. Oh yeah, this would be a good card. I mean, coupled with Trample, can make a pretty good finisher. So what else? Anything else that could allow to cast additional land? Is good. I think I mean, these two are must-haves. This one could be useful whenever land enters the battlefield under your control. If it's your main phase, there's an additional combat phase after this phase. I mean, just as he enters the battlefield, if you have a Shaya Soul of the Wild, he is a land, so it triggers. It could be good. Scale the Heights is another good card. Ancient Greenward. You may play lands from your graveyard, so imagine. So you can cast Fabled Passage, Evolving Wild to double trigger your landfall abilities. What else? There was another card, I think. Which is it? This could be useful, but it's expensive. It's not aggro. I wouldn't use it. But there's a card like it's similar to Ancient Greenward, but it's not the same thing. Oh no, it's Ancient Greenward. I mean, if a land entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability or permanent of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. So, yep. Not only can you play lands from your graveyard, but it's really good. So, it would be a good card to put in your deck, but it's expensive. If you have this in your starting hand, it slows you down. So I would go with the other options I mentioned that are cheaper. Yep. So that's pretty much it. I hope you liked it. I hope you use it. Let me know if you use it. This is a really great deck. So, yep. Thank you for watching.